Hi, greetings, everybody. Well, we'll go say Sensei Dairanger now continues on with A Prickly Maiden Hunt. A car arrives at a gas station as they're met by a large set man in glasses and military fatigue wiping off the sweat. The man in the car states it's been hot while the attendant admires the little girl. The man states he wants to use the restroom, which the attendant asks while the Irishman tells the girl to play with him, pulling her out of the car. The man grabs her bag and calls the attendant a creep, but he picks up the man before throwing him down, turning to a gourmet minion named General Cactus and firing needles into his back, making him fall as his daughter cries out. The Rangers are driving in a jeep singing when they see the man stagger towards them, stating his daughter is in the gas station. Dago has to go there while the others watch the man. Entering the shop, Dago sees several female dolls and a girl on the floor stabbed by cactus needles. He then finds a cactus which he realizes was a cactus from his shop, wondering where it came from. Recalling, Dago remembered this cactus being found by him on a cold winter night. He heard someone say it was cold as he saw the vision of a girl, but she vanished and Dago searched the nearby trash where he saw a cactus freezing to death due to not being wanted. The girl of the vision states that the cactus blossoms were pretty flowers. Cactus blossoms with pretty flowers. Dago asks who she is, and she calls herself Michiru, but she vanishes before he can introduce himself. The girl reappears asking if he likes cactuses. Dago says he likes plants and animals and everything on earth. All life is precious. The girl says he has a kind heart and states he'll make the cactus blossom, and she thanks him on behalf of the cactus before vanishing once again. Dago takes the plant back to his apartment and over time tended to it as it came back to life before eventually in spring, the pot where the cactus disappeared. Without warning, the girl reappears once again across the street, shocking Dago as he runs to Michiru, but he keeps trying to keep up as she keeps appearing and reappearing at will. Nearby, Gar appears with a suitcase in her hand as General Cactus tends to several girls dressed in fancy dress and curls before cuddling his favorite. Reaching General Cactus, Gar tells him to carry his mission out and stop putting around these things as an order, but the General states not to push him and be so prickly as his plan is already in motion. In the quarry, Dago chases Michiru as he discovers multiple dolls around construction equipment. Approaching them, the dolls begin to attack with swords and other weapons as the Shishu Ranger tries to protect himself and throws down a cliff before discovering the cactus on a table. But without warning, General Cactus appears stating he likes plants and animals, but he's grateful that Daigo was able to save this withering cactus. However, he believes that Daigo's sweetheart will cost his heart, making Michiru suddenly appear before him and cuddling her. When Daigo's shocked, General Cactus asks if he wants to know who the girl is, and then tells Michiru that she's the second cactus who loves him. The cactus asking for forgiveness before he transforms for an attack. He introduces himself as the strongest gourmet soldier and showing his medals for bravery for his ability. Daigo does the care leaps towards the gourmet minion while transforming, but forcing him into the attack needles. Michiru runs to him, but General Cactus throws more attack needles into her back. Daigo pulls the needles out and runs to Michiru, trying to pull out her needles and tell her to hold on. But she asks for forgiveness, and that she was forced to do this before revealing that the kidnapped girls were turned into dolls and asking him to save them before dying. Gar soon appears with a yo-whip, grabbing the cactus and smashing it in its pot, making the female colonel vanish and the cactus fall to the ground. The gourmet general can't believe in the foolishness of mortals with their carbon dioxide and polluted gases ruining the planet with the greenhouse effect, and that the green plants will die out and the planet will become a world of red plants, which the gourmet will exterminate humanity with humanity before stomping on the cactus. Daiko curses Gar for making Michiru die by transforming and shooting the diebuster, but being blocked by her hand as the girl curses him to hell as she vanishes and releases a field of red cactuses which spew gas and drop Shishu Ranger down. General Cactus summons a squad called Podoros and throw parasols at him before forcing him to contact the other Dire Rangers as they rush to his aid and force him to combat them before they transform to join the battle. The Dire Rangers fight Podoros with their various weapons and abilities before confronting General Cactus. He uses his super cactus flamethrower in his head to attack the team before laughing manically. Daigo tells the team to save the girls as he deals with General Cactus. The other Dire Rangers encounters the Doll Brigade, where Rin uses her straight-line tornado to deal with them as they rush to save the transformed females. Shishi Ranger fights General Cactus with a siren rod. As the sword falls, the two rush each other and fight one another. Gorman uses his cactus counterattack to stab Shishi Ranger with needles before making him fall to the ground, as he asks how much it hurts. Using his key, Daigo covers himself, removing the needles from his body before using heavily Phantom Star mist hiding illusion tank to attack General Cactus before the other Dire Rangers appear, and the team uses super key power bazooka. About to be destroyed, General Cactus uses the growth bomb to save himself. Keeper Ranger appears with Bianco, apologizing for being late, as the team summons their mythical key piece, forming Ruseo and One Tiger. Super Cactus flamethrower is used, knocking the two back as Kibadayo is created by Ko. General Cactus uses cactus bombs with Damage's key to reverse the attack and hit the Gorman minion before finishing it with a flying light sword. Daigo returns to the quarry where he discovers the dead Cactus crying over Michiru as he sees a vision of her riding away on a truck. Calling for Michiru, she tells him to defeat the Gorman due to how they make the people suffer, and she says a final goodbye. The Rangers soon ride off their jeep as Kaku states that the kindness in his heart defeated the evil of the Gorma, as new cactuses are seen growing nearby. Okay, first I thought that was cacti, not cactus, but hey, what the heck do I know? Anyway, let's take a look at a couple notes from this episode. Ko does not appear out of suit again until episode 37. The sequence where the monster's attack bounces off Kibadayo was edited for Power Rangers to show a red force field in front of the robot. The Indonesia dub that aired early 2000s on RCTI. This episode was named The Doll Girl. Interesting. So I think this episode is pretty unique, and yeah, you do feel kind of bad for Michiru at the end, so yeah. So overall I give A Prickly Maiden Hunt 3 Megazords out of 5. When we tune in bits, we to the next episode of the day, new secret art, The Dance of Spiders. So until then, remember everyone, in the words of Zordon, may the power protect you.